Hello, welcome to my channel once again. Those who are watching me for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is them.Most, and this is a chartered accountant. I provided accounting services such as bookkeeping and others, including teaching accounting for more than 20 years. I created this channel purposely to teach accounting. Accounting, most people find it difficult to do, but it's the most easiest subject that is ever done on it. I teach and simplify accounting so that even if you are not an accountant or accounting student, you can understand it. So let us get into the video. Those who have watched my video, you know how I teach by preparing simple notes, then go through gradually with you so that at the end of the day you will understand whatever subject that is being taught. I simplify the notes for you to understand. So we are treating accruals and prepayment. I've done a video on accruals. So if you've not watched that video, click on the show more section to go and watch that video. And this is the second part. That's we are treating prepayment. So let us start. So to that lesson, to meaning of prepayment. What is prepayment in accounting? This is an expense paid for in advance. That is, though the business has made payment for the expenditure or is not consumed during the year. The portion of the expenditure that has not been consumed by the end of the year becomes an asset to the business. Let me explain. Explain that during the year, the business will make an expenditure, but they will not consume all the expenditure. Some of it will remain. That although there will be an advance payment for the expenditure, it will not be consumed. That portion that has not been consumed, we say that it is an asset in the sense that it's what? It's a receivable to the company. Formally, the term is what? A debtor, but currently we say it's what? Receivable. Please, I have a video on the balance sheet. You can go and watch the balance sheet. So at the end of the day, you see that when you prepare your account under the balance sheet, current asset to come under a current asset. So you can go and watch that particular video. So that's the meaning. So let us go through examples. And if you watch my videos, you know that it's by going through a lot of questions. The reason why I do so is that accounting is a principle. The more you watch and look, and the more you listen, the more you understand the principle and becomes familiar to, so that what you can easily understand it and do it. So let us go through the examples. Example 4. On the 20th of August 2022, Mr. Brown paid insurance of $5,500. But at the end of the year, it was discovered that the actual insurance that he should have paid for was $5,000. Show Mr. Brown accounts as at the end of the year 2022. Before we go on, every transaction, we use the double entry system to record the transaction. I have a video on the double entry system, so you can go and watch. So we are going to use the double entry system to watch the transaction. But the double entry simply means that every transaction should be recorded twice because there are two accounts affecting the transaction. One account giving out and the one account receiving cash. So we don't have single entry in account, we have double. So we use the double entry principle to record every transaction. So let us continue. Solution. This means that insurance bill paid $5,500. The actual payment that was to be paid, $5,000. Prepayment for the year is what? $500. Although this one was paid, $5,500 was paid. $5,000 was supposed to be paid. So the difference, $500 is what? Prepayment. Okay. The T account shows the double entry in Mr. Brown accounting record as follows. A, to follow the double entry principle, first identify the two accounts involved, which are the cash account and the insurance account. As I said, the double entry means that every transaction should be recorded twice. And here the two accounts involved is what? The cash account and the insurance account. Okay, so yeah, there are two accounts that have been identified. B, that's the second step. Credit the account giving out cash, that is the cash account, and debit the account receiving cash, that is the insurance account. So the two accounts, the cash account will be what? Credited, because it is giving out cash, and the insurance account will be what? Debited, because it is receiving the cash. The cash account is giving out cash, so credited. The insurance account receiving cash, so debited. Let us continue. C, the third step, create your T account. So let us look at the T account. So first we have the cash account. In the T account, the left hand side is for debit entries and the right hand side is for credit entry. So because it is giving out cash, you should go to the right hand side should be credited. So we have cash account credited. So date 20th August 2022, details, insurance, amount $5,500. Now let us look at the insurance account. So when we come to the insurance account, it will also be what? It will also be what? Debited. That is on the left hand side because it is receiving the money. So date 22nd of the 2022, details, cash, in the sense that the corresponding entry can be found in the cash account. So when you come that the cash account, that the details have insurance, implying that the corresponding entry will be found in the insurance account. So we have date 22nd of the 2022, details, cash, amount $5,500. That's in the insurance account. But we've not finished yet. Now, in accounting, when you want to deduct whatever entry that you've done, do it also at the opposite side. So at the opposite side, when you come, you have 31st December 2022, prepaid carried down $500. It has been carried down to the next year, which is 1st January 2022, prepaid brought down $500. This is and when you go to the P&L accounts, 31st December 2022, P&L accounts, $5,000, implying that although $5,500 was paid, but the actual payment should be $5,000. The difference should be carried down to the next year. That is the amount that has not been, the insurance that has not been consumed. So it should carry on to the next year. You have to take $5,000 to the profit and loss account so that what we will not overstate the expenditure. Because if we take these $5,500 to the insurance account, all has not been consumed yet, so it will be what overstated. So rather, $5,000 will be taken to the insurance account, and the different $500 that has not been consumed will be carried down as we pay carried down to the next year. Okay. Now that's what I explained, but let me read it to you. The cash account has been credited with $5,500, for it is giving out money to pay for the insurance bill. So that's why when you come here, you have cash account credited with what? $5,500. The insurance account credited with $5,500, for it is receiving the amount. That's the double entry. So the insurance account also what? Debited with $5,500 because of receiving that amount. No, please let me correct this. Should be debited. Should be debited. Please, Uncle, let me correct this. Okay, let's continue. The insurance account debited with $5,500, for it is receiving the amount. So when we come to the insurance account, as I said, the insurance account is also what? Debited with the $5,500, but it is receiving that amount. H. However, in the insurance account, the amount overpaid, $500, has to be deducted, that is credited, so that the actual total or the accurate insurance expense for the year, $5,000 at the year 2020 is not overstated. That this amount, $500, since it's an asset to Mr. Brown, it should be prepaid. That's carried down to the next year, 2023, as prepaid brought down. That's what I just explained. So this amount, the difference, $500, will be carried down to the next year, 1st January 2022, as what prepaid brought down. And this amount, the $5,000, should be taken to the profit and loss account, but not the $5,500. Okay. Now, G, the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, this amount of $500 should be included in the current assets as receivables to Mr. Brown. That's so the $500 will be carried down in the balance sheet to appear as what receivables under current assets. Was an asset to what Mr. Brown. First, we call it debtors, but the modern time we call it what receivables. Okay, H. The trade profit and loss account, that is TP and L account. In the trading profit and loss account, the actual amount paid was $5,000. Should be shown instead of $5,500 to avoid overstatement of insurance expenditure. As I said, we take $5,000 to the profit and loss accounts instead of $5,500 because what the $500 has not been consumed yet. That's why it has been carried down to the next year. Okay, let us look at the example, the second example. Example 5. Mr. Adams pays staff bonus of $60,000 on 7th October 2019. At the end of the year 2019, the accountant realized that there was an overpayment of $10,000. Show the entries in Mr. Adams' accounts record. So the solution. This means that the staff bonus paid $60,000. The actual payment that was supposed to be paid, $50,000. Prepayment for the year, $10,000. Okay. Now the T account shows the double entry in Mr. Adams' accounting records as follows. A. To follow the double entry principle, first identify the two accounts involved, which are what? The cash account and the staff bonus account. B. Second step. So as I said, the double entry, so the accounts that are affecting what the cash account and what and the staff bonus account. The second step, that is B. Second step. Credit account giving out cash. That is the cash account, and debit account receiving cash. That is the staff bonus account. So the cash account is giving out cash, it will be what credited, and the staff bonus account is receiving cash, it will be what debited. Then third step, credit T account. So this is the T account. So it is giving out cash. The cash account is giving out. So that's what credited on the right side. So 2/10/2019 details. That's the date, 2/10/2019 details. Staff bonus in the sense that the corresponding entry can be found in the staff bonus account. Staff bonus $60,000. Okay, now we will look at the staff bonus account. It will be debited on the left-hand side of the T account. So date 7/10/2019 details, cash, corresponding entry can be found in the cash account. Cash amount $60,000. Okay, but we've not finished yet. As I said, if you want to deduct account an amount in the T account, you do at the opposite. So opposite side, we have the date 31st December 2019, detail trading profit and loss account, amount $50,000. Then 31st December 2019, prepaid carried down $10,000. The $10,000 has not been consumed, so it should be carried down to the next year. That's 1st January 2020, a prepaid brought down 10,000. Then we take the 50,000, the actual one consumed, $50,000, the actual one consumed to the trading profit and loss account, but not the $60,000 because why $10,000 has not been consumed, so it should carry on to the next year. The cash account has been credited with $60,000, for it is giving out money to pay for the staff bonus. So as I said, the account giving out cash should be credited. So the staff, the cash account has been credited with staff bonus of what, $60,000, because it is giving out the cash. The staff bonus account debited with $60,000, for it is receiving the amount. As I said, the staff bonus account, it is receiving. So on the left hand of the T account, you debit. That's where you do debit. So date 7/10/2019, it is cash, $60,000 debited. Okay. However, in the staff bonus account, the amount overpaid, $10,000, has to be deducted. That is credited, so that the actual total or the accurate staff bonus expense for the year, $50,000, that's it for 2019, is not what overstated. This amount, $10,000, since it is an asset to Mr. Brown, it should also be credited as what prepaid carried down to the next year, 2020, as prepaid brought down, as I've explained. So this amount, the actual one consumed, $50,000, will be carried to the trading profit and loss account, and the one that is not consumed, which will be carried down, prepaid carried down $10,000 to the next year. Prepaid brought down $10,000. G, the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, this amount of $10,000 should be included in the current asset as receivable to Mr. Adams. As I said, it's an asset to him. The asset is the current asset. So if you count the balance sheet as receivables, please go and watch the video on the balance sheet. Then H, the trading profit and loss account, that's the TP and L account. In the trading profit and loss account, the actual amount paid was $50,000. Should be shown instead of the $60,000 to avoid overpayment of staff bonus expenditure. I've explained this. So what I'm implying is that the $60,000 should not be taken, but rather the one that has been consumed, $50,000, should be taken to the trading profit and loss account, and the one that is not consumed, $10,000, will be carried down to the next year as well. PP brought down $10,000. Okay. Another example, example 6. The Mr. Green paid $40,000 for vehicle repairs on the 30th October 2018. However, at the end of the year, the repairer realized he has overcharged Mr. Green by what? $15,000 and refunded it back to him. Record the transaction in Mr. Green's account. So the double entry to record the transaction. So solution. This means that vehicle repairs paid $40,000. The actual payment that was supposed to be paid, $25,000. Prepayment for the year, $15,000. Okay. The T account shows the double entry in Mr. Green accounting records as follows. A, to follow the double entry principle, first identify the two accounts involved, which are the cash account and the vehicle repairs account. So first, you double entry, they identify two accounts involved, and they are what? The cash account and the repairs account. Okay, B, second step, credit account giving out cash, that is the cash account, and debit account receiving cash, the vehicle repairs account. So the one giving out, the cash account will be credited, and the one receiving cash, the vehicle repairs account will be what? Credited. C, the third step, create your T account. So this is our T account. So the first account, the cash account, which will be what? credited because it's giving out. So on the right-hand side of the T account, it has been what? Credited. That is for credited date. 30th 10/2018. Details. Vehicle repairs, because the corresponding entry can be found in the vehicle repairs account. The amount involved is what? $40,000. So let us look at the vehicle repairs account. So vehicle repairs account is receiving the cash, so it will be debited. That's the left-hand side of the T account. That's where you do debit entry. So date 31st 10/2018. Details cash, because the corresponding entry can be found in the cash account. And the amount involved $40,000. But the actual one consumed $25,000 will be taken to the trading profit and loss account. So we have the 31st December 2018 details, trading profit and loss account, TP and L account, $25,000. And the difference, the one not consumed, will be carried to the next year, to 31st 12/2018, prepaid carried down $15,000 to the next year. 1st January 2019, prepaid brought down $15,000. Okay, I've explained it. Let me just read the notes to you. The cash account has been credited with $40,000, for it is giving out money to pay for the vehicle. So, as you see, the cash account giving out money, so credited on the right hand side of the T account. So it has been credited date 31st 30th 10/2018. Detail vehicle repair $40,000 credited. E, the vehicle repairs account debited with $40,000, for it is receiving the amount. So when you come here to the vehicle repairs account debited, because it is receiving the cash, the left hand side of the T account. So 31st 10/2018 cash $40,000 debited. H, however, in the vehicle repairs account, the amount overpaid, that $15,000, has to be deducted as credited, so that the actual total or the accurate vehicle repairs expense for the year, $25,000 for 2018, is not overstated. This amount, $15,000, since it's an asset to Mr. Brown, it should also be credited that prepaid carried down to the next year, 2019, as prepaid brought down. That's what I've just explained. So this amount, $25,000, the actual one will be taken to the trading profit and loss account. Then the one that has not been consumed will be carried down $15,000 as prepaid carried down to the next year. 1st January 2019, prepaid brought down $15,000. So that the vehicle repairs account will not be what overstated. Okay. G, balance sheet. In the balance sheet, this amount of $15,000 should be included in the current asset as what receivable to Mr. Green. Yes, it's a current asset. So under the balance sheet, it will come as what? Current liabilities, receivables, $15,000. H, the trading profit and loss account, TP and L. In the trading profit and loss account, the actual amount paid was $25,000. Should be shown instead of $40,000 to avoid overstatement of vehicle repairs expenditure. That's what I've just explained to you. So the actual amount consumed, $25,000, will be taken to the trading profit account at the end of the year, 1st December 2018. And the one that has not been consumed, $15,000, will be carried down, prepaid carried down at the end of the year, 31st December 2018. Then it will be brought down to 1st January 2019 as prepaid brought down $15,000. Well, we have come to the end of our lesson. Okay, so let's see what we've learned so far. The accruals and prepayment. Learning outcomes. A, understand the meaning of accruals and its adjustment in the T account. B, know how accruals is recorded in the trading profit and loss account and the balance sheet. C, understand the meaning of prepayment and its adjustment in the T account. Then D, know how prepayment is recorded in the trading profit and loss account in the balance sheet. So I come to the end of the program. Today, our teaching has ended. And please watch the video over and over again, record it and watch it several times. At the beginning, I said accounting is a principle. The more you work it, the more it becomes familiar to you, the more you understand. So watch it over several times so that you really understand it. To that accrual, I know that accruals and prepayment is very confusing to most accountants, but that's why I was simplified. So go through several times so you master it so that it will no longer be a problem to you. Please practice more questions. That's how we do accounting. Sit down and practice more questions. Practice make man perfect. The more you practice, the more you know it, the more you understand it, the more it becomes familiar to you. If you need more questions, I have my email, including my WhatsApp and telephone number below the show more section. Click on it and get in touch with me. Also, students, if you are finding problem with your accounting, contact me so that I help you out. As I always say, what gladdens my heart is that I teach a student, the student will go and sit an exam and come and tell me that he or she has passed. So if you need help, you can contact me. Don't sit down and try or do the accounting once you don't understand accounting. If you don't understand it, you find it difficult doing every exam. Whatever exam you go, you fail because you don't understand accounting. Which examination on accounting will test your understanding of the subject. So if you are finding problem, let me know. Also, if you are an accountant but you want to learn accounting, you can also contact me through my email or my WhatsApp or phone number. Or the link I'll be below the show more session. Click on me. You can contact me. Also, please like and share this video. This will really motivate me when you like and share the video. Then I'll know that I'm really giving value out. Secondly, I want you to comment on it so that whatever I made a mistake and so forth, I will improve on it and give you better video. And also subscribe. Every week, I do two or more videos so that every week when a video is done, it can be sent to you directly. Also, last but not the least, as I said, I'm a ECC chartered accountant. I provide accounting services, that's a bookkeeping and I got other services. If you want somebody to keep your books for you or provide any other accounting service or services, you can contact me by my email or WhatsApp. And if you're a student, you want to also learn account, as I said, somebody to help you out in account, or anybody who want to learn accounting, you can also contact me for me to teach you. Bye till the next video. Bye.